Everybody, and welcome to my studio. Now, I've been asked quite a few times regarding hip exercises. Now, the hip is basically a 360-degree joint, similar to the shoulder. They're built obviously a little differently, just because of how everything is there. But you should be able to technically raise your knee up to the hip. Some can go higher, which is fine. You can go out to the side, out to the back, internal rotation, external rotation, and then all of them all at the same time. Now, uh, there's limitations, obviously, when somebody squats down and, or I ask why they're picking stuff up like this, and I say, oh, so you have, knee issues like a knee replacement or arthritis or whatever. And then no, but if I squat down, I can't get back up. If that's the only reason why you're not squatting down to pick something up, is because you don't have the strength to get up, but there's no pain, you should start thinking about squatting down to pick stuff up. Now, if you have to have, like I'm constantly holding on to my stick because I'm going to use it during the exercise. Here, I'll just put it in here for now. Actually, it's not going to stay there. But anyway, um, squat down as far as you can and then bend over to pick something up if you have to. Hold on to something. I put my treadmill here so it's easier. So you can see basically hold on to something, squat down as far as you can. If you're stuck and you can't get up, grab and pull. Right. So there's different ways of increasing your ability to get up from a chair, from squatting down to pick something up off the floor, getting in and out of a car, anything like that. If it's just range of motion because your hips are really tight, this is the main purpose of this video. Called my standing hip combo. So as I mentioned, all the different types of moves that your hip joint does, I put all in this one combination here. So each movement has a name. So individually, it's a crane. So a balance assisted. So crane, bring your knee up to about hip level if you can. Stork turn, which is bringing your knee out to the side. And then we're going to internally rotate. Okay, stork turn and internally rotate to go into a mule kick. So I'm pushing back. I'm leading with my heel, not my toe. You go with the toe, you're going to want to try to extend the leg like this. And I want to extend the leg by using the hips. You're going to use your glute. So hip extension, hip flexion, flexion, extension, abduction, adduction. Anyway, don't worry about the individual names. But anyway, crane, stork turn out to the side, internally rotate, extend your leg. I'm looking at my heel in the video here. Lead with the heel to go back, feel the squeeze in the glutes. Now you don't have to go all the way down, but if you do, you're going to get a nice big range of motion of the other hip in folding over, getting a nice stretch down the hamstring. So, well, that's where I was. Bring it up to a crane, open it up, squeeze the glute, get that heel back as far as you can. Again, you can go all the way down, as far down as you want. But the main part of it is after you finish doing the extension, you're going to swoop your leg around as if you're going up over a bike or a really short horse. Go up and around, come around, hook your leg under and around. So we're getting nice, good external rotation, getting some flexion. So we get a little bit of the hamstring, a little bit of the knee. And then once you're into the nice figure four, as you can see in the video, you can give yourself a little bit of bow. So you can just fold over or you can squat, whatever it is you're getting. The leg that you're using, you're getting deep inside that hip joint. Really, really good stretch. I'm sure everybody knows what it is. Everybody loves it. Haven't found anybody yet that doesn't like it, even though it can be a little painful depending on how tight your external rotators are, right? So if you're constantly standing with your toes out like this because it's comfortable, chances are one of the reasons could be you have really tight hips. And standing with your feet semi straight ahead, it hurts and it's tiring because you're pulling on all the muscles that do this, and that's just uncomfortable. So this exercise, coming up, out, extension, swoop it around, bow. Nice and easy, nice and simple. If you can't get your knee as high as I did, don't worry about it. I just do that as an example. You can have your knee here. If that's as high as you can get it, that's fine. Then you still go out, you still rotate it around, still kick the heel out, still bring your leg around. Even if you're only getting down to here. If you can't come up, do it. Whatever range of motion you have, use that maximum range every single time. As you get tired, the range is going to lessen and lessen, which is fine, but always go to maximum every single time. I can't emphasize that enough. So with that in mind, if you have access, you obviously have access to a floor. If you can get down on the floor into a half kneeling position, which is basically one knee, one foot. Here's another bit of a combination move I like doing is a half kneeling hip combo. So I like using my stick as a bit of a guide, also as a bit of a balance aid. Now, I'm straight on these mats, which is nice and comfy. If you have a yoga block, you want to put your knee on a yoga block, makes it even more comfy. Whichever works best for you, even a pillow. All right, so we'll start hips forward. You can write this down or just send me a note and I'll send you the whole, I have videos on this or pictures on it. Hips are forward. Now I'm opening up, doing that stork turn that we did at the front. Being my leg is like this, I'm getting that crane. So I'm opening up, taking my stick, placing it in front of my toes, both arms, chest is up nice and high. Back leg is still straight back. I'm going to lunge in. I'm going to try and touch my knee to the stick. As I go forward, obviously my knee's not going to touch, but if it does, then I'll move the stick out and keep going like that. So I'm getting a nice stretch down the back of the leg here. There's a lot going on, but just suffices to say I'm moving the hips as much as possible. So I would do this 5 times. Then I bring the stick to the front. Now I'm going to sit my backside down, try and touch my butt, my heel. So I'm sitting back and up. Now I have what's called active foot. So I'm on my toes, which gives you a bit of extra strength benefit to the toes and all around the toes. Or you can stick your foot out that way and go all the way down and back up. Whatever works best for you. 9 times out of 10, or 9 out of 10 people that do that tend to have their foot cramp up, and I am one of them. I think I'm number 7. But anyway, once you finish that, then we'll bring the stick out front and we'll do the same thing again. So having the stick out front, in case you're wondering why my mats are in a cross, this is why. It's easy for moving my mat around all the time. So from here, again, chest up, lunge forward, trying to get my knee there. So if I put my stick right at my toe, I'm going to get to the stick, no problem. So if I do that, I'm missing out on some of the benefits. So I move the stick, I go a little further. If my heel comes up, try and force the heel down to keep it down to get maximum stretch down to the back into the Achilles tendon area. You're not technically stretching the tendon, which you don't really want to do. You're stretching the muscles that are attaching to it. Down for the stretch. Okay, so once you do that, then take the stick, place it on the outside of the leg. Purpose of that is when I'm reaching my other hand down to the floor, if you don't have the range of motion in the hip's going to want to go out when you're doing this. Ideally, you want it to stay straight up and down to get a maximum flexibility, stretch, and mobility through the lower back and hip joint. So you're just taking your hand down here. Now, it's not really specific as to go to your toes, taking it up back, vary it up. Wherever you feel to stretch the most, that's where you want to go the most, because that's where obviously you need it the most. All right. And then obviously switch to the other side, plant and go. So if you're able to get on the floor with on the half kneeling, excellent. If you're not able to, then you can still do the whole. That's a bad example, but you know what I'm talking about. You're able to do that. So if you have any questions about any of the exercises that I just finished going through here today, by all means, send me a note. And I have other pictures and whatnot, or I can even just send you a quick video of me doing it, and then we'll go from there. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep moving.